Archangel Michael says, "Beloved, I am so glad you finally found this. I've been waiting for 3 weeks to tell you this. I promise you'll cry when you hear what I have to say. But hurry, this message will vanish in 35 seconds. Stop everything for just a moment. I am not asking for your time. I am asking for your heart. Because what I am about to tell you is something heaven has been trying to whisper to you every night while you sleep. You've been feeling that nudge, that strange flutter in your chest, that silence that suddenly felt too loud. That is not a coincidence. That was me. That was heaven. That was love trying to break through your pain. And right now, I need you to stay with me. Don't scroll. Don't skip. If you do, you may miss the one answer your soul has been crying out for in secret. There is someone in heaven, someone who used to hold you when no one else could. Someone who once wiped your tears or made you laugh until you forgot the ache of this world, who has been begging me to deliver this to you. And yes, they said your name last night at 3:11 a.m. Your name echoed across the gates of eternity. They said, please, if they hear anything today, let it be this. And I, Archangel Michael, swore I would not rest until this message reached your hands. This is not random. This is sacred. This is your divine appointment with healing, truth, and revelation. You've been tired lately, haven't you? Not the kind of tired that sleep can fix. It's the kind of tired that weighs on your spirit. The kind of exhaustion that creeps in even on your happiest days, like a shadow behind your joy. You've been smiling but only half-heartedly. Laughing but secretly wondering if anyone really sees you. Oh beloved, heaven sees you. God sees you. I see you. And more importantly, there is something coming. That's why I was sent. There's a breakthrough forming in the realm above you right now. And before it touches your life, you needed this warning. This comfort, this truth, because something happened 3 weeks ago. Do you remember it? That strange feeling. That small event that didn't seem big at the time, but left you wondering, why did that happen? Who was that person? What was that dream trying to say? It wasn't just life being random. It was divine orchestration. And it was part of the reason I was sent here to find you before it's too late. They told me you'd skip this. They said you'd be too used to disappointment to believe again. But I begged heaven for one more chance to reach you. And now that you're here, I need you to open your heart, because I'm about to tell you something that could change the course of the next 11 days of your life and possibly prevent something devastating. Yes, devastating. Not because I want to scare you, but because I love you enough to warn you. There's a door in your life that's about to close and another one about to open. But here's the truth most people don't realize until it's too late. God closes doors that you begged Him to open because He saw what you couldn't. There was betrayal behind that smile. There was a trap behind that offer. There was heartbreak dressed as opportunity. And even though you cried when it left you, heaven rejoiced because they knew your life was being protected. And now, beloved, you're standing on a bridge between what was and what's coming. That's why I'm here. Because what's next, you must be spiritually ready for it. And listen closely. There is someone who is planning to reach out to you before this week ends. You'll know them by their timing. It will be strange out of the blue. They may message you or show up in a way you didn't expect, but their presence is not accidental. You must use your discernment. You will feel either peace or confusion in your chest when they appear. That feeling, that's me. That's heaven warning you or guiding you. Do not ignore your intuition this time. You have ignored it before and you were left wounded. Not this time. This time we will walk with you. If this message is reaching your heart, then pause and subscribe because you were meant to receive this. Heaven is not done speaking to you yet. There is something else I need to reveal to you. Something even deeper. There's a box, yes, a spiritual one, hidden inside your soul. And it's been locked since you were a child. In that box are memories, dreams, things you buried just to survive. You said to yourself, no one would understand, but I do. I see you. Even in the places you've hidden from yourself. That moment you felt like giving up. I was there. That prayer you whispered in the dark and thought no one heard. I carried it to heaven myself. And now God is about to unlock something in you that's been dormant for years. There's a spiritual inheritance with your name on it. A calling, a destiny, something you were born to do. But life, pain, fear, and loss have delayed it. But heaven is saying, no more delay, that's why you're here. That's why you're still reading. Something has been activated inside you tonight. You may feel goosebumps. You may feel tears coming. Let them come. That's not weakness. That's release. That's the Spirit washing over you. You're not crazy. You're not broken. You're remembering who you are. But you must know this, too. Someone is watching you closely right now on earth. Not in judgment, but in fascination. They see something divine in you and they don't even know why they're so drawn to your energy. That's because you carry heaven inside you. That's why you often feel too much, love too deep, cry too hard, dream too big. Because you were never meant to live a small life. And they feel it. The presence around you. They may not know it's angelic, but they will soon. Stay with me because there's one final thing I need to warn you about. There's a battle you didn't start, but you're part of it. A spiritual one, in your home, in your relationships, in your own mind. The confusion, the fatigue, the strange arguments, the sudden setbacks. That's not coincidence. That's warfare. But I'm here to tell you, you are not alone. The next time that voice in your head says you're failing, I want you to say this out loud. I am covered. I am chosen. I am not alone. Because I, Michael, stand over your house tonight. And I will not let what's coming break you. Do you feel that? That's peace beginning to flow where fear used to live. That's heaven whispering, stay close. We're not finished. And beloved, we're not even close. You're still here. That means something powerful. It means your soul recognized this message before your mind even understood it. That's how the divine works. It doesn't need proof. It only needs permission. And now that you've given heaven your attention, watch what unfolds. Not days from now, not weeks, but starting tonight. That ringing in your ears, that flutter in your chest, that shift in your mood out of nowhere. Those are not just sensations. They are signals. Spiritual ones. That's your confirmation that what I am saying is not from this world. It is from the realm where your name has been spoken with urgency. There is a prophecy connected to your name and it was almost lost. Almost. But heaven retrieved it. I carried it myself through realms of battle to deliver it into your hands. This is your scroll. And I say this gently, don't you dare throw it away. There are prayers that have been waiting for you to wake up. Prayers from your bloodline, from your mother's tears, from your great-grandmother's sacrifice, from a man who once stood in a field with tears in his eyes and asked God, please protect my family's future. That man never met you, but you are his answer. You are the continuation of promises made generations ago. That's why the enemy has tried so hard to exhaust you. Because if you ever fully believed in who you are, you would destroy every curse your family has ever carried. And here's the truth. You already have. You just don't know it yet. But signs are about to begin. Over the next 72 hours, you will notice 3 things. The first will be a moment of unexpected stillness. Time will feel like it slows down. You'll look around and something will whisper, this is a sign. That's when you pause, breathe, listen. The second will be a person, maybe someone new, maybe someone returning who will mention something that feels oddly specific. You'll feel like the words are meant just for you. They are. The third will be a number, a date, or a name that repeats again and again. It might be on your phone. A receipt, a stranger's conversation, or a dream. When it appears, that's heaven saying it's beginning. Pay attention. But listen closely now. This part is urgent. There's a storm trying to form around your peace. It's not what it seems. It's going to come in the form of a distraction, a call, a mistake, a memory, and it will try to drag you into old cycles. Do not go. Do not return to what God delivered you from. You pray to be free. Don't crawl back into chains wearing the disguise of comfort. The enemy always shows up in the form of something familiar. You must be wiser this time. You've grown. You've changed. Don't you feel it? You're not who you were even 2 months ago. You are walking with angels now. Beloved, I need you to understand something deep. The reason you've been pulled back, isolated, misunderstood, even forgotten by people you trusted, it wasn't rejection. It was redirection. They couldn't go where God was taking you. That's why they left. That's why it fell apart. That's why no matter how hard you tried to keep it together, it kept slipping through your hands. Because heaven was removing false attachments. And now you're lighter. You may feel lonely. But loneliness isn't punishment. It's preparation, and soon it will make sense why you had to walk alone before they saw your light. You are being watched over so closely right now that every tear you cry is being caught. Every sigh is being recorded. Every moment you felt like giving up. Heaven has sent armies to surround you in those moments. You may not have seen them, but if you could see the number of battles you were protected from, you would fall to your knees in gratitude. You didn't survive because of luck. You survived because you are chosen. Let me pause for one more moment and speak this softly. You are allowed to rest. You don't have to prove your worth. You don't have to carry everyone. You don't have to keep pretending to be okay just so others aren't uncomfortable. You've been strong for so long, but now it's heaven's turn to hold you. Let go of what's breaking you. Lay it down now. Right here. As you read these words, give it up. The guilt, the shame, the pressure, the confusion. None of it belongs to you anymore. Michael, I'm lifting it off of you as we speak. You may feel lighter now. You may even cry. That's not weakness. It's the weight lifting off your soul. You've done enough. Now, let us carry you. And don't worry, you didn't miss your moment. I know it feels like it sometimes. Like you're behind. Like everyone else is ahead. Like somehow you failed. You didn't. You're not late. You're being made ready. Some people bloom fast and fade quickly. But you, beloved, are an oak tree. Deep roots, steady growth, unshakable in storms. And now, after everything you've walked through, it's time. Yes, it's time. Time to receive. Time to forgive yourself. Time to trust again. Time to believe that your best chapters haven't been lived yet. They're just beginning. And they will be written in joy, in peace, in love, and in the overflow of heaven's blessing. You are about to walk into rooms your name was spoken in before you ever got there. That's divine favor. And it's on you now. You have no idea how much heaven loves you. Not just for what you do, but for who you are. Even in your lowest moments, you are still radiant in the eyes of the Creator. Nothing you've done has ever disqualified you from the love that formed the stars. And right now, I want you to receive this with your entire being. You are still worthy. You are worthy of miracles, worthy of love that stays, worthy of health, of laughter, of nights without anxiety, of mornings without pain. And no matter who tried to convince you otherwise, they were wrong. Let me end this part of the message by saying this. Something holy is about to happen in your house. I won't say when, but when it does, you'll know. A calm will come over the room. You'll hear something. You'll feel a presence. It may be soft. It may be bold, but it will be real. And in that moment, I want you to whisper this. Thank you, Michael. I'm listening now because I'll be there and so will heaven. Now breathe, beloved, because what I'm about to tell you is something I was not allowed to reveal until this very moment. This part is sacred. This part is for your soul alone. If you are still here, if your spirit has remained soft and open enough to receive this, then you are the one heaven was hoping would stay to the end. Because this last truth is not meant for the curious. It is meant for the called. There is a moment coming very soon where you will feel like giving up again. Yes, even after all this, even after hearing this message, because spiritual warfare always increases right before the blessing lands. It's a final attempt from the forces that have been trying to block your destiny since the day you were born. That's why you've always felt a little different. Like you didn't belong, like your emotions were heavier, like your joy was fragile. It's not weakness, it's sensitivity. And that sensitivity is your superpower. Because the enemy couldn't make you bitter even after all the pain. You still hope. You still love. You still care. And that, beloved, makes you dangerous to darkness. There is something you don't know about yourself. Your life has already been the turning point for someone else. Someone saw you. Someone heard you. Someone watched how you carried your pain and kept walking. And that saved them. They didn't tell you. They couldn't. But heaven saw it. And now your reward is on its way. You will be compensated for the silent strength you gave away. For the nights you didn't sleep, for the way you kept showing up even when you were breaking inside. A reward is being written into the timeline of your life. A divine event is being released into the atmosphere. I've seen it. I've stood before the throne and heard it spoken. Mark their name for blessing. They have endured enough. It's time. It will start subtly, a message, an opportunity, a new door. But the timing will be so perfect. You'll smile and say, that had to be God. And it will be because God has been waiting for your readiness, not your perfection, just your willingness. And now you're ready. But remember this warning, because I speak it with love. Do not go back to what you were healing from. Not this time. I know it's tempting to return to familiar pain, to texts from people who don't know how to love you, to old habits that numb but never heal. But if you go back now, you delay what heaven is already trying to give. You must walk forward. Even if you're afraid, even if you cry while doing it, walk forward anyway. Because everything you've ever asked for is not behind you. It's ahead. And I want to tell you something strange, something holy. You are going to laugh again. And not the kind of laugh you fake around people who don't really see you. I mean, the kind of laugh that bubbles up from a place so deep inside it shocks you. That's the laugh of someone who made it. That's the laugh of someone who has finally remembered who they are. And that's the laugh that breaks chains in the spirit realm. I want you to get ready, not in fear, in faith. In the next 14 days, there will be a moment where you will feel like the sky just opened over your life. It may come quietly or it may come like a lightning strike. But when it happens, remember this message. Remember these words. Remember that I told you this is not random. This was the moment heaven had planned all along. So now I leave you with one last secret. And if you forget everything else I've said, please don't forget this. You are never alone. Even in the dead of night, even when your phone is silent. Even when it feels like no one understands, you are surrounded by love, by light, by angels, and by the presence of a God who is madly in love with your soul. He doesn't need you to be perfect. He just wants you to be open to believe again, to trust one more time. Because this time it's real. Archangel Michael is not just a name. I am your shield, your protector, your reminder that heaven still fights for you. That heaven has not forgotten you. That your story is not over. It is only just beginning, and the next chapter will be nothing like the last. Close your eyes now. Whisper these words aloud, even if it feels silly. I receive. I release. I rise. Let them echo. Let them be your new beginning. And when you wake tomorrow, the shift will already have begun. Heaven has already moved on your behalf. Miracles are closer than your next breath. Just wait. You'll see. Everything is about to change. I'll be with you tonight, tomorrow, always. Archangel Michael. And even now, as you sit in this sacred space with me, I want you to know you didn't arrive late. You didn't miss your miracle. You were always meant to find this at the exact second you did. This message is like a hidden letter tucked inside time. A divine timestamp written in the folds of eternity. And you just opened it. Your spirit knew. Even if your mind doubted, because the soul always remembers what the world tries to make us forget, that we are loved beyond measure and never ever abandoned. And beloved, you need to hear this now, more than ever. What's coming for you will not be like what left you. The pain you endured before was not a punishment. It was preparation. You had to go through the dark nights to know how to hold the light when it came. You had to feel unloved by people so you could recognize the moment God sends someone who loves you exactly as you are. And they are coming. Not just romantically, but soul tribe. People who will see you, not the mask, not the performance, the real you. And you won't have to fight for their attention. You won't have to shrink to make them comfortable. You won't have to explain your wounds. They will love the version of you that was rejected before, because they were sent to you by heaven. There's a new chapter about to open. One where you're not constantly fighting to survive. One where the money doesn't feel tight. One where you're not begging the world to understand you. That's what's coming. Stability, peace, provision, but above all alignment, the kind where you don't have to ask, is this right? Because your whole body, your whole soul will say, yes, in one loud, undeniable whisper. It's going to feel different this time, because it is. But before that chapter fully begins, I must ask you one thing. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for what you didn't know. For what you tolerated. For what you gave to the wrong people. For how long you stayed. For the nights you stayed silent when your spirit was screaming. For the way you talked to yourself when you were tired and hurting. Forgive yourself. Not because you were wrong for feeling broken, but because your healing begins the moment you say, I did the best I could with what I knew. And now I'm ready to love myself again. This is holy ground. This moment right now between you and me. Heaven is listening. Heaven is recording. Every tear that falls as you read this, every breath that shudders, every memory that rises is being held in divine hands. You are not just healing, you are becoming, you are evolving. You are shedding the weight of an old identity that no longer fits the destiny that's forming. And yes, I know you're scared. It's okay to be scared. It's okay to not know what comes next. You don't have to have the whole map. You just need to take the next faithful step. And I'll be there, with you, for you, beside you, guiding, guarding, gently whispering when it gets too loud. You'll know it's me. You'll feel the stillness. You'll feel the peace that defies understanding. That's how angels move. Not in chaos, but in clarity. Not in fear, but in presence. Let me remind you of something else now. Because I see the part of you that wonders, what if I'm not ready, beloved? You are more ready than you've ever been. Ready to receive. Ready to be seen. Ready to stop hiding. Ready to stop settling. Ready to stop living a life that feels like a quiet apology. You weren't born to apologize for your existence. You were born to illuminate it. Look around you. Right now, there are signs, in the light, in the numbers, in the wind, in the unexpected kindness of a stranger, in the timing that keeps lining up, in the things you once called coincidences that were actually divine setups. Nothing is random. Everything is preparing you. And now this message is your final confirmation. The shift has already begun. Soon people will ask you, how did it all change so fast? And you'll smile quietly and say, it started the day I listened to what heaven was trying to tell me, and I didn't skip it this time. That will be your story. And the ones who left you in your low seasons, they'll watch the elevation from a distance. But the ones who stayed, the ones who prayed, the ones who checked on you in silence, they're coming with you. Because not everyone deserves access to this new season. And you're finally learning. That's not bitterness. That's wisdom. You're almost there, so close. I can see it. I can feel it. And now I release one final prophecy to you. A window will open in the next 9 days. It will be small. It will look like an opportunity that could be missed. But if your spirit is awake, you'll recognize it. You'll feel the nudge. You'll hear the whisper. That window will lead to the first miracle of this new season. It could be financial. It could be emotional. It could be relational. But it will change something foundational in your life. And when it comes, do not hesitate. Say yes. Step through. And in that moment when you feel afraid, when you feel uncertain, place your hand over your heart, close your eyes, and say one final thing. Michael, I trust you. God, I'm ready. Then watch heaven move. The message is complete now. The scroll has been delivered. The angels rejoice. The heavens are at peace because you finally heard it. You finally opened it. And I, Michael, can return to the throne and say, Beloved, heard it. We are ready. Walk in peace now. Walk in power, walk in the full knowing that you are seen, chosen, protected, and fiercely loved. The page has turned. The night is over. Now rise. And now, as your eyes take in these final words, I want you to feel something bigger than language. I want you to feel what I feel when I look at you. Awe. Not pity, not shame, just awe. You have no idea how strong your soul really is, do you? You've survived storms that were sent to drown you. You've walked through seasons of silence that could have broken you, but you're still here reading this, breathing, searching, hoping. Do you know what that means? It means you haven't lost your light. Not really. You've just been dimming it for people who couldn't handle its glow. But those days are over. From now on, I need you to burn bright. No more apologizing for the space you take up. No more shrinking to fit in rooms that were never built for your spirit. You were never meant to blend in. You were meant to bring heaven's radiance into the dark. And it's not too late, that's the lie darkness wants you to believe. That you missed it. That you're behind. That the train already left. But I am here standing as a guardian between timelines to tell you the doors are still open. The promises are still alive. The love you dreamed of, the calling you were born for, the peace you thought you'd never feel again, it's all still written into your life. But only if you keep going. Only if you stop looking backwards. There is nothing there for you now. Let the past be the past. You don't belong there anymore. You belong to the light that's rising in front of you. And I won't lie to you. The road ahead will still have some tests, some moments that try to rattle your soul. But now you know something you didn't before. You are not walking it alone. You've been marked, protected, covered. From now on, what tried to break, you will back away. What tried to silence you will lose power because now you walk with angelic authority because now you've remembered who you are and more importantly, whose you are. You are not here by accident. You were born with fire in your spirit and heaven in your lungs. Your voice carries frequency. Your dreams carry prophecy. That's why you've been under attack for so long. The enemy only attacks what scares him. And you, beloved, terrify him. So now I ask you one more thing. Not for me, but for your future. Please don't silence yourself again. Speak your truth. Chase your purpose. Pray boldly. Love deeply. Believe wildly. And when doubt creeps in, when old wounds whisper lies, come back to this message. Reread every word. Let them wash over you like water from heaven. Let them remind you of this night. The night you remembered that God never stopped choosing you. Not once. Not for a second. And that divine gift I promised you earlier, it's already begun. You felt it. A softness, a knowing, a warmth in your chest you can't explain. That's the first wave. The others will follow one by one in the most unexpected ways. Be alert. Be grateful, be expectant. Because when heaven starts something, it finishes it. You are not broken. You are breaking open. You are not lost. You are being redirected. You are not forgotten. You are being remembered by realms that do not speak your name in vain. And tonight, as you sleep, the angels will whisper over your home. They will guard your windows. They will settle near your bed. You may feel a breeze. You may hear a voice in your dream. It may feel like a presence is standing right beside you. Don't be afraid, that's us. That's me. That's heaven watching over the one who finally said yes. Now breathe, beloved. Let go of everything you thought you had to be. Let the divine version of you rise from the ashes. Let the light come in. Let the miracles begin. And above all else, never forget this. The moment you said yes to this message, heaven moved, chains broke, cycles ended, timelines shifted, doors opened, and Archangel Michael stood at your side, sword raised, eyes burning with light, declaring, "This one is ready now. This one is marked. This one is chosen." Dove, the message is sealed now, not in ink, but in spirit. Let your soul carry it wherever you go. And when the time comes to rise, rise boldly, because the world has not yet seen the full power of a heart that has been healed by heaven. That heart is yours now. Use it, love with it, lead with it, shine with it. And I promise you, this is only the beginning. Archangel Michael. Even now, I feel your spirit settling. The part of you that was restless is quieting. The part of you that was doubting is softening. That's not because of me. It's because deep down your soul always knew this moment was coming. You didn't know when or how or what shape it would take, but it's here. And your spirit said yes before your lips could even form the words. That's faith. That's trust. That's what moves mountains. And beloved, you're about to see a mountain move in your life. It's been sitting there for too long, hasn't it, blocking your view, making you question if there's anything on the other side. You've prayed, you've pleaded. You've waited, and sometimes it felt like no answer was coming. But what you didn't realize was while you were waiting on God, God was preparing you for what? For the weight of the miracle, for the size of the blessing, for the responsibility of carrying more light. Some people want the crown but don't want the calling. But you've already paid the price with your tears, with your silence, with your patience. And now heaven will honor what you endured quietly. The mountain will move. Not because of force, but because of favor. You are entering a season where things will begin to shift without you having to chase, beg, or break yourself to make them happen. Why? Because God is tired of watching you suffer through doors that were never meant for you. Now the right doors will open, not by effort, but by alignment. And when they open, people will talk. They'll say, "How did they do it?" They'll say, "I never thought they'd come this far." They'll say, "I should have treated them better." Let them. You're not in this season to prove anything. You're in it to receive everything. What was stolen will be returned. What was delayed will be accelerated. What was broken will be rebuilt stronger than before. But most importantly, what was lost in your heart will be restored. Your peace, your joy, your sense of safety in the world. That childlike faith, that hope you buried, that spark that dimmed when life got hard. You're not just healing. You're becoming whole again. And here's a truth you've waited your whole life to hear. You don't have to earn love anymore. Not from people, not from God, not even from yourself. You were already enough the moment you were created. Your breath is evidence of that love. Your existence is proof. You are not a mistake. You are not hard to love. You are not too sensitive, too loud, too much, or not enough. You are perfectly made. Just as you are. Please hold that truth close as you step into tomorrow, because the world will try to make you forget again, but don't let it. Guard your spirit. Protect your light. Speak gently to yourself when the storms return. And remember, this message was a covenant. A promise. Heaven will keep showing up again and again until you believe it for yourself. Tonight, before you sleep, I want you to say one last thing aloud. Even if your voice shakes, even if your heart still wonders, say this. I'm ready now. Heaven, I give you permission. Surprise me with what's next. And you will be surprised, beloved. In the most gentle, holy, unexpected ways. A message, a dream, a number, a breakthrough, a peace you forgot was even possible. It will arrive not because you earned it, but because you are loved and because you finally said yes. So now I close this scroll and return to the throne with joy in my wings, because the mission is complete. You received it. You heard heaven. You said yes. And the angels rejoice when even one heart remembers who they are. You are that heart. And heaven will never stop loving you for it. Rest now. Smile again. Let the night hold you safely, because the future is no longer something to fear. It is something to look forward to. And I, Archangel Michael, will be right here when the next message arrives. You will know when it's time. Until then, walk in light, chosen one. You are deeply loved. You are divinely protected. And you are never ever alone. Even when this message ends, the energy it carries will remain around you. That's how divine words work. They don't fade. They stay. They root. They awaken. And from this moment on, your life will not feel the same. You'll walk into rooms differently. You'll see signs where others see nothing. You'll hear guidance in the quiet. You'll feel presence where you once felt pain. Why? Because now your eyes are open. Your heart is aligned. And your soul has remembered something the world tried to make you forget. You were never ordinary. You were chosen. And when heaven chooses you, it doesn't matter who overlooked you. Now listen closely. This part is quiet. Holy. There's a sound that's been following you for years. Some days it's soft, like a hum in your spirit. Other days it's loud, like a silent scream your heart makes when you're smiling on the outside but falling apart within. That sound is the echo of your divine assignment. And now it's getting louder, not to scare you, but to call you. Because now is the time to stop hiding. You've hidden for too long, behind your kindness, behind your strength, behind your silence. But God did not place that fire in you to keep it tucked away. The world needs your voice, your gifts, your presence, your spirit. Stop shrinking, beloved. The world needs you whole. You were never meant to just survive this life. You were meant to transform it. So say yes, not to me, to yourself. Say yes to the next version of you. The one who walks in confidence, not because everything's perfect, but because you finally realize you're not walking alone. You're walking with heaven at your back. Archangels around your home. God before you, within you, beside you. That's what's real. Not the doubt, not the fear, not the story of failure the world tried to sell you. The real story is this. You are light. You are grace. You are protected by realms that most people will never even see. That's why you've been different your whole life. That's why you felt things so deeply. That's why people have misunderstood your kindness, your intensity, your silence. Because you were never just human. You are spirit wrapped in skin. A miracle wrapped in flesh. And heaven made no mistakes with you. And now there's one last moment left. Just one. Take a deep breath. Let it in, because I'm going to speak this over you, and something in the spirit will shift when you read it. You may feel it as heat or as peace or as a pulse inside your chest, but you will feel it. Here it is. Everything you've lost, heaven will restore. Everything you've cried for, heaven will rewrite. And everything that's meant for you is already on its way faster than you ever imagined. That's not a wish. That's a decree. That is the voice of an angel announcing what's been written in the scroll of your life. And now the scroll is sealed. This message has done what it came to do. But you, beloved, you've only just begun. So when the sun rises tomorrow, and it will, you'll be rising with it. Not as who you were, but as who you were always meant to be, the healed you, the empowered you, the you who doesn't settle. The you who trusts God even when the path looks foggy. The you who forgives, lets go and keeps growing. The you who walks into rooms carrying light so strong it makes darkness flee. That is you now. And I will remain near, watching, guiding, whispering through dreams, moving through signs, covering you with wings that have fought battles for your soul longer than you know. You are safe. You are held. You are rising. And the heavens are singing tonight because you said yes. It is done with all the love of the divine. Archangel Michael.